Welcome back to Irish Outlaw Garage. Special day today, ain't it, buddy?
Yep.
Because we are going to get this old girl running for the first time in 15 to 20 years. We're not exactly sure. We're thinking 15. That's what they tell me anyway, right?
Yeah.
So today, I got all the parts I need to make this thing run. I got a radiator, I got a carburetor, I'll show you here in just a second. And then I have the hose clamps and such, and there's a lot of things we need to do. But this thing's been a pain in my butt since I got it. But no more, huh? We're gonna make her run and drive. You ready?
Yep.
All right, here we go. Okay, what we got here is the original style Carter, basically AFB. It's an old style Carter from 1967. It's the original style Carter for Bonnie over here. And this is a Tomco rebuild that I did get through O'Reilly's. And my normal MO would be to just grab an Edelbrock or, even a Holly or anything that I had laying around. But we're going to keep this old girl as close to original as possible. So I got a Tomco rebuilt. You can see it was rebuilt in April 4th of 22. It checked, quality check. And it is the exact fit for that car. And then we had to get a couple of gaskets here. It takes two. There is one on the intake, then there's an intermediate heat shield, and then one on top of that that goes under the carburetor. It takes two, and O'Reilly's was able to get me these Felpros, which is awesome. One thing I have not got yet is I need a new air cleaner to go in here, and it's a Fram in there. It'll work good enough for what we're doing right now. I'm not going to worry about it. And I did get a radiator. This one here, I believe, fits Nova's, like 75, something like that. But it is a perfect fit. I already test fitted it. We got to get that in there. We got to get hose clamps. The hoses are all good. So let's get that carburetor off that car. Okay, got the battery in it. It's hooked up because I want to make sure nothing catches on fire and it just ruins this whole project right off the bat. So we get this old carb off and clean off that old setup, and it's not a big deal. A couple wrenches. I think it's a 1/2 inch and a 3/8. No, they're all 1/2 inch. Well, by God. All right, so we got to get this choke off first. Amazingly, this is all still there. Can't wait to smell this fuel again. So those are all off. I think we got everything. We just got to pull off our hoses. Oh, there it is. Really? Dixie Lee's just gonna start barking now, huh? What's she barking at? Nothing. Typical dog. Guess I could get out a ratchet. This would be a whole lot easier. I take my time. I like working with wrenches. I can feel things better. So this here is a Buick 340, and this is the original carburetor. That is it. It looks like it's been built once or twice, but it is so solid it will not allow fuel in. She's just gummed up and corroded. You can't even turn the idle mixture screws. This was locked up whenever I got it, and I sprayed her and got her loose, but it didn't do any good. This car is equipped with the Turbine 300, I believe is the actual term. As far as the transmission, it's a 2-speed. No, it is not a 2-speed power glide. I didn't know this either. But anyway, it's got what's called a switch pitch. And this is your throttle linkage, hooks to your throttle, it pulls back. This is the switch mechanism sciences that works the switch pitch in the transmission. Something to do with torque converter. I don't even understand it yet. If you know what it is, put it down there in the comments. Let me know what you think. I've read some things, but I'm not even going to begin to explain how that works. So let's get this off here and we'll get her cleaned up. So this thing ain't been touched in a while. Matter of fact, one of the gaskets was completely gone. So I'm going to fill this hole full of rags, just like such. Get one per hole, whatever. Just as good as I can. They all lead to the same hole, but I don't I don't really know how this one works, so, you know, let's try to do this the right way-ish. But I can see already, there we go. Oh, don't let her go down too far. Yeah, we can get her out of there. Should be all right. Should be all right. We're just gonna clean this sucker up and blow her off. All right. We're just trying to do the best we can here. Cast iron is fine. Oh, that's good. That's good. Let's get that right in there. So I don't really think that this motor is going to care about a little bit of material. So this is a heat riser, supposed to help with, you know, heating the choke and different things. In science, I know I say that a lot, but I'm just an idiot, okay? Anyway, you put this is your heat riser. This is an intermediate plate. This is actually what protects the carburetor from getting so much heat, and I had to figure out which way that goes, and I know it goes just like that. Now, it takes two of the identical gaskets like this here. This one goes on like this, just like that. That way you got your heat exchange coming up, and then this goes, well, that's really okay, and then this goes like that, and then you have another one of these. It goes just like that. That way there is a gap, and this kind of protects your carburetor, and you know, you don't get fuel boil. It kind of helps with that. That's actually what it's for. So let's get this new carburetor on here and bolt her down. But yep, it takes two gaskets. Two. Anyway, here we go. And 4 bolts. Gasket down. Oh, wait a minute. We need to change. I need to change something on here real quick. Give me 1 second. Okay, yeah. I had to change that out right there. It's just that vacuum for the PCV valve. But I think we're good here. Let me make sure, get all the crap out of the way. Boom. All right, let's try some bolts. We're just going with the bolts that were in it. Hey, right off the bat, we're kicking ass. Looks like somebody broke a bolt off of that little switch pitch thing. That's okay. Fine. I'm sorry. Wrong hole. Almost there, guys. Almost there. By the way, since I got this 340, I decided to go to my honey hole where I get all my parts and stuff. I picked up a big block 430, and I've got something to do with that too. Yeah, it's not a 455, but you can go and watch Dallas Brown on Mr. Rodder's Neighborhood. He is the president of AHRA. He did a thing on a 430. And I've seen some other videos on a 430. 370 horse, 400 and some odd foot-pounds of torque. I just might have a car that'll push. So I'm just getting all my things hooked back up to where they need to be. Carb, PCV valve, blah, 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 blah. She's ready to go. And Tomco has always done a good job of having things set right off the bat. So we're just going to go with it. Not going to check nothing. Looks like everything mechanically is good to go. Let me double check a couple things. I think I'm going to crank on this sucker. Got a new line, non-permanent line for this oil sender. This old line is brittle as hell. Looks like we not need to tighten that too. That ain't good. Oh yeah. We don't need belts flying off on us. Let's see if she runs, huh? See if she gets some fuel. Let's try it. Curiosity. You know what they say? Kills the trespasser. Anyway, do I have the keys? I don't have the keys. I'll be back. Try to fill these bowls up just a hair, and that ain't working. So let's just try to start it, shall we? Oh, woo! Sure we're not leaking oil anywhere. Yes! She's smoky. I can't believe it. Ah, she's leaking. Yeah, we gotta stop. Oral leak. That just means we got it going. We'll start this. I gotta try it. I gotta try it. We'll start this back up. Oh my God. Unbelievable. There's 20 years. Ugh. I'm speechless. Let me work on this oil problem real quick, and we'll come right back to it, okay? Give me a second. Okay, so I normally don't like to use this stuff, but it's what I got on hand. I don't have any of the copper, and I wanted to be sure that everything ran before I went through all the work of, you know, putting the copper in. So what I'm gonna do is just put this in, and we'll get right back to trying to get it to run. All right, got the oil line thing fixed. It's not permanent. I am gonna put, if everything goes well, I'm gonna put the right lines on it, because that thing just broke apart in there like you wouldn't believe. But I want to make sure we got some oil pressure, and we'll let it run a little bit longer, and if it's fine, we're gonna stick the radiator in this thing. See if she'll start right back up again. Oh, right away. What do we got for oil pressure? She's coming up. Of course, I didn't bleed the line, but that's all right. Oh, 22. That's that old gas you're hearing. There you go. There's high idle. Blow the cobwebs out. She probably needs plugs, guys. I'm not, you know, got a little bit of lifter tap. She'll come around. She's getting oil pressure. God, come on, Buick. It's still cold out. I don't need to spray for no damn skeeters. Of course, we're gonna find out a lot about this engine now, because, I mean, it's cleaning up. So hopefully we'll let her sit here and idle for just a minute, because we're gonna have to shut it off and get some damn water in it. Oh yeah. Heck yeah. How we doing on heat? He's still cool. Boy, that sucker blows the air. There ain't nothing like a good mechanical fan, I'm telling you. Heck yeah. She's saying we got 40 pounds. I don't know much about Buick. It's probably good. I don't know. Is it? You tell me. Been sitting this long? I think that's good enough. We need to put some water in her though. Oh, I gotta try it again. I got it. Will it start right up? Oh, yeah. Oh man, there was something in that freaking exhaust. Well, that smells like burnt rat piss. It's pretty strong, but let's go ahead and get the radiator in this thing get some coolant in it. It's still colder than a witch's today out here. So, need to get something in it. She's got oil pressure. She runs. Definitely needs plugs, but we'll worry about that when the time comes. All right, let me get the radiator down in here. All right. So the flavor of radiator is actually Amazon. I'm not gonna hook up the trans cooler lines yet because I think I'm gonna run a separate one from this, because the part I left out about this, I may have talked about it. This car has a brand new rebuilt transmission in it. Right before they parked it, they actually had the transmission done by people that are experts in Buick, Pontiac, and Olds transmissions, because they're oddballs. They're not the same. You know, some of them aren't the same. You know, you got your TH400 and your Power Glide and, you know, the 350, but this one's totally different. They only put these in BOPs. So, let me get this sucker down in there. Going down. Aluminum. My buddy said he'd get ready for a aluminum cage death match. Aluminum can. This old boy out in a town not too far from here, he talked like that. He was a riot. You're gonna have a goddamn aluminum can death match. We're not gonna put the shroud in right now because I ain't got nothing to hook this thing here. This is gone, so we're gonna have to fabricate something or find something. And easier said than done, apparently, with these damn cars. So let's get this one in. As long as she's moving water, that's all we care about. Well, you know what? It's cold. Can't hold on to everything. By the way, trying a new setup today. I got me some of them Lavler, I don't know. My buddy over at Halfwits, he told me Lavler. He's a sound guy. I'm a sound guy. Why don't I know that? Lavler? Whatever. Anyway, coolant in it, radiator in it. I don't know where I left off. Friggin' battery went dead. So, it's just how it goes. I forgot all about it. Let me spill most of this on the ground. I did flush the, not flush the system, I purged the system. I let the temperature gauge thing out and a whole bunch of really nasty shit come out. So, we got that going for us. But she is full of water. Everything's tight. Nothing is leaking, as in, I don't see any freeze plugs, anything like that. So, let's just fire up and see what happens, huh? Think it'll go on the first turn again? No way. I doubt it. There ain't no way. Well, all right. I guess it will. I don't see no water going anywhere. I'm sure that all these spark plugs are garbage, and I'm sure that all the wires are garbage too. So, I mean, the ignition system needs redone, and I've got something for that too. So, yeah, see, she's not happy. But she's going. Come on, girl. Get it out of your system. You get crap out of the exhaust? Nope. No crap out of the exhaust. She stinks though. That's for dang sure. Still got some lifter noise, but you get her warmed up and change that oil, she'll come right out of that crap. We got to get that ignition system figured out. Oh, there comes the purge. Huh. All right. Well, she runs. Yeah, that's ignition. It's all right. At least now we know she runs, she circulates. She gets everything we need. Oil pressure, water temp. Lifter tick's starting to go away. Smoke's starting, you know, it's gonna take her a little bit. That might be fuel smoke because of the ignition. She's cleaning up. Listen to that. A little bit at a time, man. You just gotta get them and let them come back to life. You know, I honestly don't get the chance to do this very often. Usually I get cars that are garbage, you know, completely garbage. So let me get you in here in just a minute. So it's dark, I know. I've been toying around with this thing while my battery was charging because I can't keep a battery for some reason. So let me get out here with oh, that is a beautiful look at that sunset. It's gorgeous, it's very fabulous. But anyway, you know, it's dark. But epic failure, not on my part, well, kinda, because I should have looked. But Tomco did not put a spring and filter in this carburetor. So guess what? Any junk, you know, I was going to put a filter on it and I didn't because I was in such a hurry. My bad. So now that carburetor is probably full of a bunch of crap. And I'll probably have to clean that up. But I'm also going to get a hold of O'Reilly's and tell them, you know, hey, you didn't put a filter and spring in this. You need to call Tomco and say, hey, you owe this guy a spring and a filter. But that's all right. I had the other filter and I've got another filter and I got the spring out of my old car, but that should have been in there, guys. It should have been in there. That's my fault. Always double check. But let me show you what's going on for now. So she's in there, nice and shiny, pretty new. She's holding pressure, believe it or not. Oil looks good. So yeah. I'm sorry about the dark. This sucks. Look at that. You can't see nothing. But that is a beautiful sunset. Hey, look at there. It's spooky. Anyway, thanks guys for watching. Please like and subscribe. Maybe join the Angry Mick Club so I can buy some more stuff for this piece of crap. Irish Outlaw, and I am out. Time to go inside and eat some tacos. Believe it or not, homemade. Amber makes the best tacos. So you guys take care. Peace out. Now I gotta clean up this damn carburetor and this mess. Oh well. No, anyway.